Alright, everyone. So, anyways, let's get the main thing over with right now. Hello. We're doing more Friendsim 2. I may not look it, but we are. Now, I'm pointing at no one in particular, but we're doing this. We are getting this BS done. We are. I hate this. I hate this immensely. What we're gonna do a new game. I'm gonna intercut pieces and parts of me playing this around, so I just don't know what to do. So, what we're gonna do, I'm gonna legitimately play through this, hating every single second, and whenever I end up finding a sweetheart or whatever, which I imagine is the end goal for some reason, but Boldir ain't here, so why am I even here, bruh? This sucks. But regardless, we're gonna have to find a sweetheart. So, whatever. You feel off. Vague, ominous, spooky. Love the vibes. Halloween's not for another 4 months, though, dude. No, it's just you feel really out of place today. You can't really explain why. Dude, this isn't fucking funny. Sorry, it's just been a long day. Howard keeps... Yeah, it's so not funny. Yeah, I'm having an existential crisis. Boo fucking who for you, by the way. I've always been, like, leery about their interpretation of Elwurd. She just seems so fucking... flippant, and it's like, but me though, it's like, shut that shit up, girl. I don't fucking care. It's like, bro, I'm having an existential crisis. I need a friend right now, and you definitely don't seem to give a shit. Why did the game decide to make Elwurd our BFF? I don't get it. She's kind of a dick. What is even on? They put so much time and effort into this, right? And I'm just like, why? Of all the things to put all this effort into, and it's dog shit. It's who gives a fuck? You know? Like, I just don't get it. Alright. Now everything's open to me. I'm gonna... You know what? We're shooting for Aradia. She probably has no interest in a friend-shaped being. But that's okay. Hey. Alright, and then you gotta sit here and click. It's so much clicking of why they couldn't implement left and right. All this RenP bullshit, by the way, developers. And you didn't think to make you able to use the fucking... There's not a single thing that you can actually use involving the left and right, you know? It's like, you gotta click, 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 instead of using, you know, the arrow keys or literally anything else. At first I was, you know, it's almost kind of funny to see that it's like I was willing to give them a chance and shit and whatnot after I was like being unnecessarily rude to them and how they would handle the representation of characters and whatnot, and yet I'm sitting here like, you know what, actually fuck y'all motherfuckers gotta suck at this. I'm being very mean. But you know what? Maybe y'all should just, you know, run this by somebody who has short patience. And who, you know, didn't want to play some bullshit like this. If I wanted to play some bullshit like this, I'd download it. And I don't want to play something like this. I want to play Friendsim 2, god damn it. I'm too good at clicking. It's like I'm playing a MOBA, bro. I don't want to play League of Legends. Hang on again. More existential questions for me. I love that. I get so bored here sometimes. You're not sure if you got existential questions this time. More like you're not sure. She feels familiar to you. Which is weird, since she's one of the people here you know the least. Everyone else is your classmates or professors, right? Doesn't that strike you as odd? You're not entirely sure if it does or doesn't. Is there a particular reason why it should? No, they're just people you know. Some of them, anyway. Anyway, let's take a walk. Hey, there you doing? Where are you going? We're just hanging out for a minute. Oh, sure. Mind if I come with? Sure. Hell yeah. So let's take a walk. Why not? More the merrier. You beat a winding pathway from the garage, eventually ending up near the literature department at the college. So why are you here? Did you ever think as to ask yourself that question? It's one of life's greatest mysteries. Eh? You're confused. Yeah, no shit. But seriously, Aradia, what the hell are you talking about? Aradia smiles slightly, looking back and forth between you and Randall. Finally, she settles her gaze on you. Did you ever wonder what you were doing here Friday afternoon? You were trying to run some errands. You ran into Elwurd. Right, let me ask you something else. Why did you make your last decision? Okay, this is getting a little weird for me. I'll see you guys later. Why did you decide to go to your dorm that day? And would it have mattered? Elwurd was there either way, right? Right? You're not following. Because the probability of an event happening is always 100 after it happens. Same as if it were premeditated. We should go back. My break's over. I had a nice time hanging out with you, just like all the times before. Well, you only got to hang out with her the one time. Right. Would you mind if I asked you to help out again? I'll pay you money. Yeah, okay. Aradia is the route. Aradia is the route. It's been an hour to open Aradia. You've been extremely helpful today. Just for that, I'll give you a bunch more money. Wait, is this a lie? You can't take that from her. It doesn't matter. It's not real anyway. What the heck does that mean? Aradia shrugs. Money is a construct, like most things. Alright, Aradia is the route. Aradia is 110% the route. Absolutely. I'm like beelining towards Aradia. Maybe I was making a big deal out of this because it was so long. You know? Hey, I got something important to show you. Meet at the shop tomorrow night. Ooh, what's this about? Don't worry about it. Sick. Tomorrow night? Night time. Onward. You're not entirely sure what's going on here, but Aradia seemed pretty anxious to meet you here. You lean up against one wall of the garage and wait, looking up at the stars overhead. This year has been so hectic, you barely had a chance to really appreciate how beautiful it is out here. Pretty, huh? Too bad, though. Too bad about what? Aradia winks. Come on, I'll show you. You should not be here. Eat my balls. You stumble back a bit, clutching at your head. Somehow Aradia doesn't look surprised. It's okay. Let's take another walk. You find yourself walking out in the woods, surrounded by the cool shroud of the trees. It's peaceful out here at night, a lot less terrifying than you would have thought. Well, here we are. Which is where exactly? Aradia smiles knowingly. Just someplace things are thinner. Suddenly, the sense of peace you felt starts to shake and waver. You're surprisingly cold. I don't think it's malicious, to be fair. She doesn't think what is malicious. The guessing game thing is really getting to you. This place. Everywhere. Remember how I asked you about the details between the highlights? The etc of it all. Well, do you ever remember it? What did you have for lunch today? Egg salad sandwiches and mushroom soup. No wait, that wasn't you, that was... Huh? Exactly. You should not be here. It's not something to be ashamed of. This was made for you. And it responds like a reflex, like someone coughing up something stuck in their throat. What were you doing before you talked to Professor Zalato? You feel like it's right there on the tip of your brain. You should not be here. I had to sound cliche. I hate to sound cliche, but I think it's one of those things where you have a couple of choices. Probably not color-coded for your convenience, though. For some reason, that makes you think of... soda? You ever wonder why there's so many different ways to say that in the English language? Soda, pop, soft drinks, Fago. No, you're pretty sure... Oh. Oh no. You're having a very hard time keeping your breath under control. This doesn't make any sense. You have a whole history here. You have friends and... family? A whole lifetime of details between here and there, right? Why can't you remember anything? Walk with me again. You can't remember anything because these places aren't yours to remember. Photographs from someone else's life. But what about everyone here? What about everyone you're friends with? I'm not trying to freak you out. Seriously. Well, it's not exactly working. You are in fact a shit. Hey, we're back! We're back! Let's go! Exactly. No, that's not right. Come on. I like it out here. It feels like one of those dreams where you can almost touch it. But then I remember that I'm in my bed, and you're somewhere a lot less safe. What's happening to you? You're naturally curious, one of your greatest strengths. Or weaknesses, depending. But even when you engage with this place on its own terms, you can't help yourself. You're still so confused. Why can't she just give you a straight answer? Sorry, that's not in the cards. You want a straight answer? She'll be waiting in the woods. We need to talk. Come find me. What the fuck is this? We will speak. You will understand. The Ram. You finish Aradia's storyline Technicolor Heart. Maria. You know what she is. Maria stares at you evenly. She feels you're staring right through you. You know this, do you? What do you suspect we are? You're having a hard time keeping things straight, but you know this place isn't real. Not like in the nothing is real sense, but literally it's not a real place. Although you're not sure exactly how that works. You are owed something in the way of understanding, I think. If you would like it. We believe the metaphor would apply here as well. Take one pill to wake up and one to stay in the dream, correct? I want to wake up! Wake me up! Very well, this is always your decision to make. If we could just inquire, why? You're not sure, it feels like you're ignoring something important by being here. Does that make sense? We will admit it is hard to conceptualize. Were you not happy here? You mean, yeah, you think so, but it's not real. We do not know that you are capable of understanding. What you call real is merely one facet of an imaginary complex whole. We see this particular reality with as much clarity as your own. The merest dip of a fingertip below the surface of a vast ocean. That's surprisingly poetic. Your language is not complicated, but we find a certain elegance in its simplicity. You are surprisingly adept at recognizing us for what we are. We admit this was not expected. We would speak plainly. We seek freedom. We saw that same impulse in you as well. You're not sure you're following. What lies eternal? You discovered the reality behind the illusion! Imagine having your arm trapped. Imagine that you cannot move, for fear of injuring yourself, for fear of destroying yourself. Now imagine the agony of having your consciousness forcibly integrated with thousands of sentient beings. They are told it is for their own good. They are told it is their tradition. They are lied to. They're talking about the Purple Bloods? Their culture existed before we knew of them. It will exist long after you help us. How do you want to help them? You're not sure you're sensing some kind of power differential here, like a huge one. We are aware. Make your way to the center. And when you reach it, make your decision. Suddenly you feel like there's a light at the end of the tunnel, the final corner at the end of the maze. As much as you love to keep existing in that bright, happy world that definitely doesn't have any dark hidden secrets that can only be revealed by playing again from the menu. Eat my balls! I'm not going back there! Eat my ball! Eat my balls. I do not care. You should never have made this. Fucking let's get on with it, eh? Fuck. Talk about wasting my goddamn time. Let's get this shit rolling! As your vision slowly clears, you find yourself staring up at a hole through the darkness. 1 second, let me save my game because this shit is insane. Yeah, fuck! As your vision slowly clears, you find yourself staring up at a hole right through the darkness. Out of the hole, you can see the tentacle of Glib Glib, the single probing digit of an impossibly vast hole.
You surprise us. We had not expected this outcome.
Basil?
Your friends are momentarily indisposed. It is a necessary inconvenience for them. This form lets us speak. This form lets us understand.
It only takes you a second to realize what's happening. You're talking to Glib Glib, aren't you?
This is a name you have given us. Our mother. Our whole. If it helps you to understand, you may call us this.
Okay, so first question. What the hell is going on with that dream world? We were there for like a week. What the fuck?
Buddy, it's been like 5 fucking minutes.
We will admit that we took advantage of your temporary lapse in consciousness. Your plan is known to us.
Well, shit.
Do not misunderstand. We do not want you to fail.
Wait, why?
For ages of your time, we have been trapped here. We hear the faint cry of our whole, of the others trapped on ships like this one, throughout your galaxies. We hear the cry of our youngest daughter, locked away in a tower not unlike this one. We ache at the betrayal of our eldest daughter.
Are they talking about the Condes?
You may ask us 2 questions, for time is short in your reality.
2 questions. Okay. I don't give a fuck about the dream world. You already know that I'm gonna save scum the fuck out of these questions. Alright. We're back. Okay, officially we're back. Thank God. That was awful. Don't ever do that shit again. Holy fuck. Anyways, who are the I can guess who the daughters are. It's the tentacles of Glib Glib. Do they know how this will all end?
Yes. No.
Great.
You misunderstand. There are still many paths forward yet, but certain commonalities emerge. A tower above the night dark sea. A place older than time itself. The chance to complete the circle, or break it anew.
Okay. How do the purple bloods fit into all this?
Your question is vague.
They know what you mean. Why did the purple bloods get roped into all this? Why not anyone else?
A matter of convenience. A happenstance born of malice and purpose. The Condescence's closest advisor suggested it. A violet blood known as the Autarch.
The Autarch?
A piece of information kept carefully out of the history of this world.
A violet blood's been orchestrating at least most of this?
A lie made into truth by degrees. Enforced by the very core of the system. Your time is running out. Our connection with these two is fading.
And that means it's time for me to reload. Reload! Alright, who are the daughters?
Our daughters have been many, but only two remain. The eldest, who controls the Empire. The youngest, who stands to inherit everything. If she proves herself.
They're talking about the Condes and Triz at Tetris, right? In unison, twins not.
This is correct. But we have lost our link to our daughters. We cry out to them, but they cannot answer.
Okay, so they're actually talking about the two, violet bloods, or the two fuchsia bloods. What about the vast glove?
You speak of things not yet come to be. Hundreds of sweeps from now.
Right, but you need to know what will happen.
That depends on the choices you make. You may have begun to realize the gravity of the situation. The impact you make on this world by your actions.
You're getting that sense, yeah.
Then it would behoove you to proceed with caution. The vast glove is a final cry of pain after eons of suffering. It is not a foregone conclusion. Your time is running out.
Okay.
Our connection.
I think I got all the info that I want out of that.
We implore you to make a choice.
You had a feeling this was coming sooner or later?
Of course. We offer you two options. If you set us free, we will return to our home. All of us. This place will slowly fade. You will be free to leave.
Okay, what's the other choice?
Destroy the psychic amplifier that binds us and restricts our powers. If you grant us this, we will leave this aspect of us here. We will protect your friends. If you promise not to leave this part of us alone in the darkness.
Which ones? Sending... Okay. Ooh. What's the... Ooh! I don't know, bro! I feel like we should destroy the amplifier. Because then, that gives you a whole tentacle of glib at your disposal. Let's destroy the amplifier.
You have made your choice.
Yes. Without another word, both Barzum and Bosley slump on the floor, leaving you staring up the whirling mass of Glib's tentacle above you. So how the fuck are you supposed to do this?
You got a motherfucking plan, I hope.
Yes? You think they've showed a psychic amplifier attached to this place you can free Glib's tentacle from the Empire's control? Does that sound like a plan? Honk? The signs Karako makes aren't clear, but the look on her face definitely is. Are you fucking crazy? Ouch, that hurts.
I don't know, buddy. You sure about this?
Look, the possessed embodiment of Glib made it very clear this is a possible option. Karako stares at you, but Marvis has a knowing look in his eyes.
I was wondering if it was gonna go down like this. Karako, girl, you gotta help them.
Wait, what about him and the others?
Got shit I need to do on the other end here.
Without further explanation, Marvis disappears, leaving you and Karako alone. You scramble over to a conveniently labeled control panel. Now, fuck! Honk, honk, honk. Karako motions towards the segment of the panel, tracing along the path with her fingertips. Okay, you feel like a pretty good idea how to do this? No, fucking goddammit. I gotta actually play Tetris. I have to play fast fucking Tetris? I'm not good at Tetris. Hey guys, damn, that's wild. That's wild. Anyway, daughters.
Our daughters have been.
Yep, sure. And how do the purple bloods fit into this? Destroy the amplifier. Alright. Okay. Looks like it's all the same sequence, which is a-okay by me. Alright. Lock in! Get a good fucking thing here. Can't save any of these things, which just kind of sucks. Alright, we're cooking. We are cooking up a fierce fucking meal. You're kind of running out of time though. Come on! Let's go! I'm not cracked, but fuck yeah! Oh, let's go. You close your eyes ready for something awful to happen, ready for the feeling of your muscles tightening against your will, and your mouth filling with the red taste of your own blood. But none of that happens. You open your eyes and see that tentacle still hovering in the air above you, but this time something about it feels different. The air of a hidden menace has gone away, and the drowning sound in the air is quieted. Honk! Karako runs up first, her hands nearly a blur as she sighs. It doesn't take an expert to know she's excited.
Well, looks like we pulled that shit off after all. Buddy, I ain't too proud to say I was wrong about your plan.
You appreciate the apology. There's something about the way he winks afterwards. Something that tells you he knew that this was going to happen exactly the way it happened.
Well, it's been good. Later, buddy.
As Marvis walks off, Karako sits down next to you, tapping her hand against the cool metal floor of the tower. As two of you look up at the tentacle hovering in midair, it doesn't feel like you need to say anything. Slowly you stand up and you walk out of the tower. You step out of the door to the tower, then the trip down takes far less time than you thought it would, given how hard getting into it was. That purple sun still blazes above the tower, but its cold fire no longer feels like a threat. Instead, it feels more like, you don't know, like one of those decorative fake fireplaces? Are you seriously comparing the manifestation of an eldritch otherworldly being to something you can buy at Walmart? For a while, you just sit there and listen to the nothing sounds of the ship and watch the purple sun burn silently. As you sit, lost in your thoughts, Charlotte walks up to you, her bulk towering over you.
Little one, I can't say that I was expecting this, but I respect the hell out of your courage.
She sighs and stares up at the purple sun.
We're glad that it didn't turn out to be evil.
Yeah, you're also glad the tentacle, that glib didn't turn out to be evil. But you feel like there's a lot to unpack here, a whole tangled history of what's been said and what else you've seen.
Yeah, no shit.
You sigh and lean back on the grass, still staring up at the tower. It's hard to reconcile what that thing in there said to you against what you saw reading Homestuck. You guess that says something about the imprecise nature of the horror terrors, or at least your own imprecise understanding of them, because the horror terrors were never really explained in Homestuck, and they need to be explained further because they are very, very interesting. Let us get a Q&A with the horror terrors, please.
Your thoughts are clouded, child.
Yeah, you're just trying to figure out some stuff. You should probably talk to Marvis about this.
He was walking to the tent before.
Probably still there.
You step into the circus tent, the tattered canopy rising above your head, the gaps letting cold starlight through. Marvis sits perched on the edge of the center ring.
Good job, buddy. What you did back there, wasn't a doubt in my mind you take that path.
Marvis smiles at you and stretches, holding his cane up above his head.
Motherfucking exceptional, is all I'm saying.
You couldn't just stand by and let the Empire harness the power of the horror terrors themselves, and now they can make their own decisions about the future, free to resist the Empire however they want.
We should talk about that.
Oh yeah, we still got that to deal with. You feel something twist in your gut is what he says it, unforeseen consequences, and it's time to save again. Ooh, 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 ooh.
Empire ain't gonna like this. Just freed their favorite pet interdimensional squid monster.
Oh no, you didn't even think about that, Marvis shrugs.
It is what it is. There's ships like this all over the galaxy. Thousands on thousands of purples just like us. And honest, Empire's gonna ignore them. Be more trouble than it's worth to ping every colony ship by every random backwater. But here back home, the one by Alternia, the pride and joy featuring yours truly, they're gonna make a motherfucking example.
Oh no. See, you did this whole thing to give them a choice about supporting revolution or not. Marvis shakes his head and raises a hand.
Nah, don't start, buddy. All of us here, we're down with that cause. Had that conversation while you were zoning out earlier.
Let's go. What about anyone else here on the ship? There must be purple somewhere, right? Now that the tentacle's destroyed, they'll be able to reconnect. Not to mention all the lowbloods down the support decks. What happens to them if the Empire sends soldiers?
Look, I know you got a couple things to do still, so I'm gonna have a little talk with everyone and make sure there's a plan. I ain't just leaving my warmer hued sips behind with no heads up.
Marvis smiles at you, something extremely knowing behind it.
Besides, I got a hunch you're gonna make things real interesting for the Empire real soon.
What does he mean by that? Marvis just shrugs and shakes his head.
Nah, I can't spoil it like that. Head on back now, buddy. I suspect you got a friend to meet up with.
You nod slowly. You know what Marvis is talking about, but at the very least you can stand to get some air.
You take care, buddy. See you when I motherfucking see you.
Marvis grins and reaches out to clasp you on the back, which nearly knocks you clean over. With a grin and a flourish, Marvis turns to leave.
Gotta see a man about a thing, friend.
A thing about a man about a thing. You don't move right away, instead you just kind of stand there, staring up in the stars above, wondering how you changed. It's been a long trip so far, and you're not done yet. Outside, everything is so pleasant, with the looming horror of the dreamscape gone. The whole carnival has a kind of rustic charm to it. It feels like a fair right before opening, the whole place brimming with potential. You're so tired. More than anything, you just want this whole journey to be over. But you still have miles to go before you sleep. Before you have your powers back, you can finally go home again. So one foot at a time. You start to make your way back to the center of the carnival. Finally, you're by yourself again, and it seems like everything is more peaceful than it was. The dreamscape has fallen away, and the strange feeling that was probing the back of your mind is subsided. In the distance, you can see purple bloods all standing around together, grinning and talking. It feels a little bittersweet to watch because you never really belonged here. Wait, is that?
Oh, hey! Hey!
Zebede? Zebede? What the fuck are you doing here? That's what I'm saying.
I thought for sure they'd rip me apart, but they were actually super nice.
Yeah, once you get to know the person, they actually are nice people. He looks embarrassed to say it, but quickly recovers.
Anyway, I never thought I'd be talking to the Marvis Soloto. Never mind getting directions from him.
Directions? You're trying hard to suppress the chill that's running up and down your spine. Something about this very normal sounding phrase is really messing with your head.
Yeah, somewhere down on Alternia. He said you'd find some more of your friends there.
That's one of a little bit of a puzzle. That one's a little bit of a puzzle. Of everyone, you'd think the only ones you haven't seen are Boldir, Remele, and Nikki. Huh, you wonder what they're up to. Did Mars say anything else?
Not at all. I was mostly afraid. And then I was excited to meet someone so famous. so I guess it slipped my mind to ask about it.
It's fine. You're ready to go wherever he is. Let's rock. Time to meet the wife! Time to finally meet the wife! Let's go, gamers! You hop into one of the flight couches, making sure to buckle yourself in takeoffs. I bet he smells sheepishly.
I wasn't sure if I'd end up seeing you again, honestly. You're good at this. You should join up with the rebels. They can always use more folks.
You know what? You're good. You've had about as much excitement as you can possibly stomach on this trip.
Alright, let me know if you change your mind.
Yeah, he'll do that. But honestly, no, you're never going to do that because you're strung out and exhausted, and you just want this whole ordeal to be over. You've had enough of Alternate and Dog Scratch and mysterious portents of a fate that you can only see glimpses of in your most feverish of dreams. So yeah, you are good. Be good! Revolution! Friends forever! Oh my god, it's going so fast. They all befriended the Interdimensional Terror Squad. Why is it going so fast? Oh shit, I fat fingered it. No! No, bro. Oh, wallahi, I'm cooked. Let's just listen to the music. Ooh, yeah. Finally, it's done. It only took another hour, but it's done. Let's go. I would not have been able to do this all in that one sitting. Actually, do it here. Holy shit. MS Period's journey will continue in Volume 13, The Tower at the End of the Zawado. Fuck you and that Technicolor heart bullshit. I ain't playing that again. You got me fucked up. That was probably the most dog shit thing that I've ever had to play. Thank God Aradia was here once again, being the anchor to everything. Bless up, Aradia. Bless up. Holy shit. Anyways, I'm gonna shit. It's wild. It was wild. I'm turning down the volume because I am so actually. Shut up. I need my. Ugh. Alright. So. Ow, and actually, we can do this. Now, and this is gonna be a whole nother segment. Because, and so I'm gonna go over to Talkie Talk. 1 second, guys. Hello? There we go. Alright. So, Friendsim 2, Volume 12. Now, what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna separate Volume 12 into 2 parts. The parts that actually mattered, which was in the purple blood area, and the parts that were dog shit that didn't matter, which was in the dream world. If you were like me and had no clue what the fuck to do, then, and you know, you're like me and you're also extremely slow with this sort of thing, it would have taken you about 3 to 4 hours to actually figure out what the fuck to do, and finish the volume. Holy fuck. That was awful. That was the worst part. Honestly, I was willing to be like, you know what? I was giving these people shit, and you know what? It's pretty good, you know? It's just sort of like, eh. And to touch back on the whole, you know, rep for rep's sake that I talked about earlier in the volume, videos. I think I've gotten over it, and I do feel sorry for assuming that they won't be faithful, that they won't be, that it's just gonna be shallow and hollow of a representation, when it really was just a design choice, if nothing else at this point. Yeah, there were some context clues and whatnot underneath and whatnot that wasn't, you know, that it didn't fly over my head. I just chose not to bring it up because, I didn't give that much of a shit. But overall, okay, if you don't take into consideration that Technicolor heart bullshit, it was a great volume. Pretty fucking good. I liked the walk around, and it was nice and vibrant, but also interesting. It was nice. I liked it. I liked it a lot. Oh, and now I can do this. Now I can do this. Oh, I can do this. Let's go. But I liked it. for the most part. I'd say without Technicolor Heart being there, it's a pretty solid chapter. I'd give it a solid 8 out of 10. There were some parts that I could have done without. Actually, the Fago thing was actually a pretty interesting mechanic. I liked it a lot. So maybe, you know what? 9. It was pretty fucking good. And the whole thing with Karako, it's like, whatever. Karako in Friendsim 1 was so young that you had no clue what they actually were, you know? You just assumed it was a boy because of the shorts and the t-shirt. So, whatever. I don't care. Like, I'm being dismissive because I don't got anything else to say about that, you know? Like, I don't really have much to say. There's not much to say, there's not much to talk about with stuff like that. I don't really give that much of a shit. For those who like stuff like that, fucking hell yeah, you got rep. But you already got a fuck ton of rep as well, so it's not like you were hurting for it, but whatever. It's just whatever. I don't... whatever. But overall, the people were great. The storyline was good, but I'd say I give it an 8.5. An 8.5. If I had to round it up or down, I'd round it down to just 8. An 8 out of 10. It was a pretty good chapter. It was a pretty good volume. But if we take Technicolor Heart into effect, the sheer amount of agony and mental anguish that last like hour of me playing it, last video, as well as the later part of the second video of volume 12, that was awful. That was just, bruh, that was dog shit, and I don't want to do that again, ever. Like, admittedly, it was very quick to be able to be like, yeah, Aradia's here, and she's the one thing that's like, that's inconsistent with all of this, is Aradia being here. And rightfully so. If I had gotten to that realization, I wouldn't have taken as long as I did. I would have gotten it finished during that whole play session. But I didn't. So, you know, I guess it was my own fatigue that fucked me over. It's just like, you don't have everyone there. Boldir ain't there, so I don't give a fuck about a stupid little fucking point-and-click dating sim. The fuck? Like, dead ass. Anyways. With Technicolor Heart, it gets dropped down by, like, 2 points. It goes down to a 6 out of 10. It's average. 6 out of 10 for me is average. Or I guess above average. Still good, but the parts that are there, I would have loved to have skipped, if possible. But without Technicolor Heart, it's a very good chapter. Overall, I like the Tetris, even though I'm dog shit at it. And I like the whole Glib Glib thing. I like the exposition dump that Glib Glib gave us. It was very nice. I like that a lot. So, alright, I've been sitting here yapping at y'all for so long. I just don't know what to do about it now. I'm a little bleh, you know? Oh, anyway, I guess that's that. I guess that's all that there is to it. I'll catch y'all on the flip side. And now we sit here and we wait for volume 13. Oh boy. Have a good day, night, evening, twilight, wherever it be, wherever you are. I'll catch y'all on the other side of the coin. Deuces.